today is about the art of island life. Not paintings in galleries, but the kind of knowledge passed from one generation to the next. How to climb a coconut tree, how to cook underground using volcanic stone, how to dance faster than seems physically unreasonable, and somehow make all of it look effortless, which honestly feels slightly unfair. There is a reason coconuts are called the tree of life across the Pacific, because for centuries, island communities used nearly every part of them. Food, oil, rope, building materials, bowls, tools, even roofing materials. And today we are learning very quickly that there is a major difference between owning a coconut and actually knowing what to do with one. The demonstration starts simply enough: one coconut, a sharpened wooden spike fixed into the ground, and someone who clearly has done this more times than they could possibly count. Within seconds, the husk is removed in long, clean sections, revealing the shell underneath. No hesitation, no wasted movement, just pure technique.
I feel like I just watched someone speedrun island survival.
Exactly, because what takes most visitors several confused minutes takes experienced islanders maybe 10 seconds, and then comes the cracking, one precise strike, perfect split, fresh coconut water immediately pouring out. And here is what makes coconuts fascinating. On many Pacific islands, they became essential for survival because they provided hydration, calories, oil, and materials all from one tree, which is why Polynesian navigators carried coconuts with them while exploring huge sections of the Pacific Ocean centuries ago.
So technically, coconuts helped people discover islands.
Yes, dear. Tiny floating survival kits with excellent branding. And then we move to coconut grating, which somehow looks both incredibly efficient and mildly dangerous at the same time. Traditional coconut graters use a serrated metal edge mounted onto a wooden seat, allowing the flesh to be scraped into fine flakes almost unbelievably quickly. The texture changes completely once grated, becoming soft, rich, and full of natural oils. And this is where you realize coconut in island cuisine is not just an ingredient. It is part of the foundation of everyday cooking.
Meanwhile, I am still emotionally processing how fast that first coconut disappeared.
Same. Honestly, I now look at supermarket coconuts with significantly more respect. From island traditions, we move into island geology. Black rock, also known as toro. It is these massive volcanic basalt formations sitting directly against the edge of the sea. The contrast here is incredible. Dark volcanic stone, bright turquoise water, and waves constantly reshaping the coastline around it. These rocks formed millions of years ago through volcanic eruptions, when molten lava cooled and hardened into dense basalt stone. Which means this coastline is essentially the exposed volcanic backbone of the island itself.
So we are basically standing on frozen lava beside paradise water.
Exactly. And somehow that combination works beautifully. Walking across the formations feels almost like moving through giant natural sculptures, shaped slowly by wind salt and ocean spray over thousands of years. The surface changes, constantly rough in some places, smooth in others, every section weathered differently by the Pacific. And hidden between the rocks are tiny tide pools, each one holding its own miniature world. Small fish shells, crabs, seaweed, and tiny marine creatures trapped temporarily between the tides.
Every time I look down, there is another tiny ecosystem hiding in one of these pools.
Exactly. And that is one of the amazing things about coastlines like this. Even the smallest spaces become habitats, and the sound here never fully disappears. Waves crashing against the basalt, water pulling back through narrow gaps, wind moving across the coast. It feels powerful without needing to announce itself. As the sun begins to set, the island changes again. The lagoon softens, lights begin reflecting across the water, and suddenly the entire evening feels almost cinematic. Tonight we are experiencing one of the Cook Islands' most famous traditions, cultural dancing performed on floating overwater stages.
Which already sounds impressive before anyone even starts dancing.
The first thing you notice is not the dancers, it is the drumming, deep rhythmic percussion echoing across the lagoon with incredible speed and precision. Cook Island's drumming is famous throughout Polynesia for its complexity. The rhythm controls everything: the movement, the energy, the pace of the performance itself. And once the drumming begins, the atmosphere changes instantly.
This is not background music. This is cardio with percussion.
That is actually one of the most accurate descriptions possible. Cook Island's dancing is known for extremely fast hip movement, synchronized footwork, and constant rhythm control. And seeing it live is completely different from seeing it online, because suddenly you realize just how physically demanding it actually is. Every movement matches the drums, almost perfectly. Fast, sharp, controlled, and unbelievably consistent. And what makes it even more impressive is the stamina, because the energy never really drops.
I am exhausted just watching this respectfully from a chair.
Same, and I now fully understand that island fitness operates on an entirely different system. And then for a moment, everything slows again. The drums soften, the lagoon reflects the stage lights, and the water becomes almost completely still. There is something special about island evenings. Nothing feels rushed. People stay longer. Conversations stretch out naturally. The atmosphere does not push you forward. It lets the moment breathe. And then we arrive at one of the oldest cooking traditions in Polynesia, umukai, an underground earth oven used for slow cooking food over heated volcanic stones. The process begins by heating rocks over an open fire until they become extremely hot. Food is wrapped usually in banana leaves placed over the stones and then covered, allowing everything to cook slowly using trapped heat and steam. This method has been used across the Pacific for centuries because it cooks large amounts of food evenly while adding a subtle smoky flavor.
So technically, this is island slow cooking with geology involved.
Definitely. And honestly, food cooked underground immediately sounds more impressive. When the umukai is finally uncovered, the smell arrives first. Rich, smoky, slightly sweet from the banana leaves and coconut fish, taro chicken, tropical vegetables all cooked slowly until tender. Everything feels deeply connected to the island itself. The ingredients, the cooking method, even the fuel source.
This feels less like dinner and more like a community event.
Because traditionally, cooking this way was never designed for one person. It was built around gathering people together. And honestly, with Mother's Day coming up, it feels especially fitting because so much of this knowledge survives through families, recipes, traditions, cooking techniques, stories, all passed down from one generation to the next. Every culture has those meals or moments that instantly remind you of home, and usually somewhere in that memory, there is a mother or grandmother making sure everyone is fed properly, while somehow pretending it was not a lot of work.
Which is impressive because mothers can cook for 10 people and still somehow say things like, "There's not much food," while the table is physically overflowing.
Honestly, one of the great universal mysteries. A coconut opened in seconds. Ancient volcanic stone shaped into coastline drums, echoing across water dancers, moving faster than seems possible. And food, cooked underground, using the heat of volcanic rock. Today was about skill, the kind developed slowly over generations until it becomes part of daily life.
And somehow, every part of it felt completely connected to the island.
Because here, culture is not something placed on display. It is something still actively lived. All right, quick question. What type of rock forms the black rock coastline of Rarotonga? A. Limestone. B. Granite. C. Basalt. D. Sandstone. Take a second and lock it in. Drop your answer below with hashtag #QuizzesWithFlair and tell us honestly, which skill from today would you want to learn first?
And if your answer is opening coconuts in 5 seconds, I agree.
And to all the moms watching, hope you have a happy Mother's Day. Thank you for the recipes, the advice, the patience, and occasionally pretending not to notice when we took extra dessert. Because the more time we spend on this island, the more we realize the real beauty here is not just the scenery, it is the knowledge behind it. Curiosity travels well. See you in the next one.
We have a winner, and I am not being chill about it. Someone just took that leaderboard apart like it was light practice. Moves were intentional. Timing was locked. Confidence, unbothered. Big congrats to our champion. You absolutely showed out. Your notification is about to land quicker than a live patch update. Keep an eye on your comments. We'll grab your details and get that prize moving your way. Smooth process, zero chaos. Didn't see your name this round? Don't switch tabs on us. This isn't a one-off highlight. It's an ongoing storyline, and the next chapter is about to drop. Fresh reset, clean board, new energy, so power up those fingers, because the next spotlight, it might land right on you. No hesitation, no slow reactions, no watching from the sidelines. Stay bold, stay sharp, stay locked in. Let's see who takes it next.